Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday, or is it a happy Tuesday? Depending on who you are. But either way, I hope you're all having a great day. Hopefully, you're all having a great start to the week. Shout out to the folks in the chat. How we all doing on this Tuesday afternoon? How's everybody's work week going so far? Hopefully, it's a good week. I know it hasn't been a great week. Hasn't been a good start for the New York Yankees in the month of August. They're already 0-4. They're 5.5 games back out of the AL East. They're falling a little further in the wild card standings. So Yankees, for over the last, you could say, a couple of months, it hasn't really been great baseball by the New York Yankees, although they've shown some flashes, but not enough to say that we are excited about this team and that this team has been playing a lot better. But here we are, folks. It's August 5th. Yankees are going to get ready here to play the second game of the series against the Texas Rangers. It'll be Will Warren versus Nathan Eovaldi. We'll talk more about the matchup. But first and foremost, once again, shout out to the folks in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Do appreciate everybody tuning into the pre-games. The views have been phenomenal. Same thing with last night's play-by-play. I appreciate all the views that I got yesterday on that. That means a lot to me. It means people are watching. It means people are liking it, hopefully. But let's get the sub count out, though. And I would greatly appreciate it. But let's say what's up to the chat real quick. I want to say what's up to the chat. We got Katie, first person in the building. What is going on? Jonathan is in the building. Sunil is in the building. Desiree, what's up, Desiree? Desiree's in the building. My guy Bill O is in the building. Ken is in the building. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, man. Ray's in the building. Who else we have in the building? Ocean View Coffee Shop. What up, man? Heartbreaking game yesterday. Yeah, tell me about it. Railbird R, what's up? Is a new Yankee nightmare. Yeah, I hear you. What's up, Railbird? Nez is in the building. Getting late early. They better get there. You got that right. You got that right. It's getting late early, man. 49 games left, people. 49 games left this season. It's really not a lot of games, right? It's really not a lot of games. There's not time to there's not time to say we need to do better, get it. Well, they need to do better, but there's no time for making adjustments and doing what the Yankees need to do. They got to get it done now. They got to start winning games right now, man. This is a must win tonight. This is a must win. That's why I put the poll out there, because I want to know how you all are feeling. And so do me a favor, go vote in the poll. But it's a must win. If they don't win tonight, forget it, man. There's definitely going to be a big concern going into the rest of August, and then obviously September. What does this team look like at the end of August? It'll pretty much tell us where they might be by the end of September. This was supposed to be quote unquote an easy schedule, but sure, on paper. However, the games need to be played. Then it'll determine whether or not the Yankees win these games. I mean, this series against the Rangers, I didn't think it was going to be easy. Yankees beat themselves last night. I mean, one thing I will say about last night's game, Williams, I like Devin Williams, but he should not be the closer. Should not be the closer. And, it's sad because this guy's in a contract year and, he's looking for the big bucks. He wants to prove to all the other teams around Major League Baseball that he could close games and he wants to get paid. But he's costing himself some money. And, he's not doing himself any favors. And Nez says, actually feel bad for Boone, not his fault. The organization's revenge by the nerds. And, I'm beginning to think that it's an analytical problem. Analytics, I think, is having too much involvement. And, it is an organizational thing. It's beyond Aaron Boone. It's beyond Aaron Boone. So that's what I have. That's my take on it. Ken says the Yankees will need to go 30-19 to make the postseason. Yeah. Are they going to be able to go 30-19? I mean, man, I don't know. You know, they can do it. Are they going to be able to do it? That's the question. So it's a tough thing to ask for from the Yankees right now based on how they've been playing. And what up? Russ Morgan's in the building. We got Ricky Sports Fanatic Guy. What's up? First time seeing you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I mean, they gave up Caleb Durbin. They also gave up Nestor Cortez. I mean, there was no way they were going to get Nestor Cortez for Devin Williams. You had to kind of sweeten that deal a little bit. At the time, it made sense. I didn't want to see Caleb Durbin go, but you know, by getting Williams, though, it was supposed to make the bullpen better with him. But I don't think he should be closing games. I think you leave that to, you kind of leave that to David Bednar, honestly. That's what I think. And I appreciate you, Ricky Sports. Oh, you subscribed yesterday? Thanks, man. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome. Everybody give Ricky a warm welcome. Thanks a lot, man. It means a lot, dude, when I get new subscribers. It really does. So, it just helps build the channel, man. So thank you, man. I love meeting new people. So, but what are your thoughts on the Yankees, dude? I know you said the Yankees downfall is real, dude. It's not looking good. What's up, Beagle? What's up, Egyptian? You got a good feeling about the next 2 months, Egyptian? All right, well, you're on the positive. That's good. Yeah, there's no easy games with this team, man. And it's just, they're on 1 minute you think they're winning, and it feels great to see them winning. They're able to score runs, although last night was a concern, especially when they left the bases loaded twice. That was lame, and they couldn't score on both occasions. You cannot have that. You cannot do that, man. You gotta score with the bases loaded. If you're leaving the bases loaded twice and you're not scoring any runs, that's a recipe for disaster, man. It just cannot happen. Shout out to my man, Rodney. What's going on, Rodney? Good to see you. So what's up? Ricky says last year's Yankee team was far better than this year's Yankee team. In your opinion? I mean, I understand. I will say the 2024 Yankees too, right around this time of year, though, there was some problems with this team too. They were losing some games that they shouldn't have been losing. So I know, sound familiar? Nez says Judge has to play Captain America. The team needs him to save the day again. Yeah, I mean, you can't rely solely on Judge, though. I mean, this team, even in Judge's absence, the bats, right? Some bats, not all bats. I think some of the bats have been stepping up even in Judge's absence. Where you're just not having to solely rely on Judge. What up, Stephen B? How's it going? So you get what I'm saying. Analytics is the problem, but Boone is an analytical manager. He is an analytical manager, but how much? But again, it's either way. There's too much analytics being used on this team. He took a page out of Dave Roberts' book. He toned it down. Yeah, I mean, analytics is here to stay, whether we like it or not. But it's definitely here to stay. It's not going nowhere. I just think that it could be better utilized. That's what I think. But I just don't think they're utilizing it the way they're supposed to. But that's just my take on it. What's up, Khadija? How's it going? But, the Yankees right now, I mean, whatever the issue is, the bottom line is the Yankees have been playing some bad baseball. That's all there is to it. Shout out to Jacob Frederick, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. If you guys need to win badly, it's nice to see Judge back in the lineup for you guys. You're telling me. Boo needs to establish the precedence for the pen. Closer, Weaver, Bednar, yeah. Leverage, Duvall, Weaver, Williams. Lefty specialist, Hedrick and Hill. Middle relief, Leiter, and long relief, Santos. I mean, I like that setup a lot. I definitely like that setup. But, again, with this bullpen setup, it leaves Williams not as a closer, which is a good thing. I don't want him as a closer. All good, Stephen B. Yeah, especially in the postseason, you know. Dev Finch is in the building. Robert's in the building. What's up, man? Oh, I've been watching this team. Trust me. I've been watching this team, and yeah, the only team that can defeat the Yankees are the Yankees. They're beating themselves. Literally, they are beating themselves. They are their own worst enemy, man. And I know there's been a lot of chatter over the last week of firing Aaron Boone, and they need to find his replacement. But at the same time, fans keep talking about how they're just going to hire another yes man. Well, if they're going to hire another yes man, is it going to be more of the same then? Then what's the point of letting go of Aaron Boone if it's just going to be an Aaron Boone 2.0, right? This is what a lot of folks are saying. If it's going to be another Aaron Boone 2.0, then sounds like it's going to be more of the same stuff for years to come, right? A lot of people may not agree with what I have to say, but it's the reality of it. Boone's not going anywhere. And it's not like if they fire him now, it's not like they're gonna be able to hire another manager. They're gonna hire. It'll more than likely be Brad Ausmus taking over. So, yeah, and they're stuck with Volpe right now. There's no option there. It's just something that the Yankees, that us fans are gonna have to live with. It's going to come down to firing Cashman and Boone. Well, Russ, let me ask you something. Do you see Brian Cashman realistically getting fired, man? Because I certainly don't. And Ricky Sports Fanatic guy says there are other managers in MLB that are 10 times worse than Aaron Boone. I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at, Boone does things well. There's some things that he does well, but there's other things that I do question. And it's not easy being a manager of a baseball team. You've all heard me say this many, many times. I wouldn't want that job. That is a stressful job. They can have it. They get paid. Even with all that money, man, I'm good. So who's worse, Volpe or Wells? Because they both suck. Honestly, take your pick. Take your pick, man. And Sunil's saying the whole fire Boone sentiment for now is set to send a message more than about the person who replaces Booney. All right, well, what does that mean? And shout out to Ken for being a member of the Strike Zone for 14 months. Thank you, Ken, so much. You are the man, dude. You've always been a big supporter. So, and make sure you all go subscribe to Ken's channel over there at The Ugly Truth. Yankees, The Ugly Truth. He's been doing a really good job over there. His channel's been really growing. So good job to Ken. He says a lot of talent on the team. Players do your jobs. And there is a lot of talent on the team. This isn't a bad roster by any means. This isn't a bad roster, but the players need to go out and perform. I don't know where the disconnect is. It might be time for a change, but it'll happen. No, that's why we get on and talk baseball. Well, that's exactly. I'm not going to say nothing about Brian Cashman until once he's gone, he's gone. That's it. Yeah, me too. I thought Ben Rice would have came in a pinch hit situation for Wells. He should have pinch hit for Wells in that situation. Wells didn't. It's not like Wells was having a good game anyway. I believe he went 0 for 4 last night. Before he went up to bat for in that 10th inning, he was like 0 for 4, 0 for 3. It's not like he was having a great night, not really. So it was a bad night for him. And I know how you feel about Austin Wells there, Ken. You have discussed it countless times, and I know you're still going to back up what you're saying, man. Yeah, well, they let go of good catchers to keep Wells. I get folks' frustration with that, Jay Snow. However, the catchers that they traded, it got the Yankees players that were necessary, right? So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, he admitted that. Yeah, he should have pinch hit for him. I hope so, Robert. I'm a lot calmer than you'll be tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm not gonna work myself up, man. You know, for Russ, I'm not gonna work myself up. I'm not the general manager. I'm not the president. I'm not the owner, man. That's why I stay calm about this. If I had if I had some sort of ownership with the team, then yeah, you better believe I'd be stressing. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Sends a lot of message of accountability to the clowns like Jazz Chisholm Jr., who got doubled off at first base. Still mysterious to the English dictionary and language. Okay, so hate to leverage the Yankee troll who shall not be named, but this is frustrating. Well, you know. But again, if it's a Boone 2.0 that gets hired, what's going to change? I mean, Narvaez didn't need to be traded, but they got. Why do we need a pitching prospect? They're trying to build up the pitching for the future, man. They're trying to build up for the future. They already got a lot of catchers. I mean, there was, they didn't know how Narvaez was going to turn out. You know, when these trades happen, it's easy to criticize now. I mean, and I totally understand the frustration with these trades and how these guys are performing with other teams. But I know you may not like what I have to say, but hindsight's 2020. Hindsight's 2020. Sometimes these trades work out, sometimes they don't. You know, at the time it needed to happen because the Yankees needed to get some players to help improve their team. Hopefully, right? That's the hope. But you know, again, it's just sometimes you don't know how these trades are going to work out. Sometimes it works out in the Yankees' favor. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, once again, hindsight's 2020, man. Too early for that, man. Too early for that. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. So Jake Bird's in AAA. So Jake Bird, okay. Now he was, as you all know, he was traded, right? The Yankees acquired him in a trade from the Rockies. Now he's kind of like in a Mark Leiter or a Mark Leiter Jr. situation where when Mark Leiter Jr. was traded for last season from the Cubs, the guy was overused. He was burnt out by the time he got traded to the Yankees. Kind of the same situation here with Jake Bird. So prior to being traded to the Yankees, he pitched 53 and a third innings in 45 games. So he was being used a lot by the Rockies. Now, I do think Jake Bird is a good pitcher. I think he's got good stuff, but there's definitely things that needs to be worked on. And I think it was a good idea for the Yankees to send him down to AAA to figure out his stuff. And hopefully he can get his confidence back down there. Once he gets some starts, they can figure out how to work him out, and then he could come back, build up his confidence, and then have him ready to go. It wasn't, as far as last night's game, I hated the fact that they put him in that situation. But I mean, who else were they going to go to? I mean, what other names were there? But I'd have to take a look. But I felt, he wasn't the guy to be put in the bottom of the 10th. Not Jake Bird. Jake Bird's a guy you put in, 6th, 7th inning. That's when you put in Jake Bird. He's got the stuff. I think he's a good pitcher. I think he'll figure it out. But I think it was a good idea for the Yankees to send him back down. To send him down to AAA to figure it out, man. Yeah, they could have went to Tim Hill. They could have went to JT Brubaker, which, speaking of JT Brubaker, he was DFA'd by the Yankees, which I was a little surprised about that move. But I also thought at the same time he could be one of the guys that does get let go. I mean, after all, the Yankees are going to have Fernando Cruz come back at some point, along with Ryan Yarbrough. I mean, Mark Leiter Jr. has been activated, right? So there's been a series of moves by the Yankees. And actually, I'll read those off real quick. A lot of moves by the Yankees. So let's see what we got here. So again, yeah. So they returned. Mark Leiter Jr. has been reinstated from the 15-day IL. Aaron Judge has been reinstated from the 10-day IL. The Yankees also recalled Yariel De Los Santos from AAA. They placed Austin Brubaker on the 10-day IL because he hurt his left hamstring last night. So he's on the 10-day IL with a left hamstring strain. And then they designated JT Brubaker for assignment. So a lot of moves, man. A lot of moves. Ronnie says, get off Williams, blown saves happen. No, they do. They do, but that one last night though, man, that was a big one. I'm not trying to pick on him, but that was a big one. Yeah, praise for Aaron Judge and his injury. He's back, man. He's back. Yeah, and he's going to continue healing. He's not going to take the field yet. He's probably not going to take the field for another couple of months. But yeah, and I mentioned that at the beginning of the show there, Rodney, with the bases loaded, man. So yeah, bases loaded twice. That was frustrating. Yankees not scoring. That was frustrating. And I'm always worried when the Yankees are up by 1 run. Santos been better than JT. We need long relievers. Yarbo. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, JT Brubaker, though, I mean, a few of the games that he's pitched, he hasn't been too bad. He's been able to give the team some innings. Yeah, Holmes blew 15 saves in a year. Well, my thing with Clay Holmes is this. I think he's a good pitcher. He's just not a good closer. The guy, when the Yankees took him out of the closing situation, he was a lot better. He was a lot better. Yeah. Well, again, when they took him out of the closing situation, out of the closer roles, or out of the closer role, he was pitching a lot better. He looked more comfortable on the mound. He's not a closer. He's just not a closer. He's a good pitcher. He's just not a good closer. There's a difference. That's my take on it. So, but yeah, Austin Slater, though, like I said, he's on the 10-day IL, and then JT Brubaker has been DFA'd. Yeah, well, Holmes can't have runners on. I mean, a lot of these guys can't have runners on. Once again, none of these guys are Mariano. Billo move Weaver back to the closer, either him or Bednar, honestly. Ricky Sports Fanatic Guy. All right, another question here. Hot take. Do you think the Mariners are a dark horse team to represent the American League and go to the World Series? So that's a very good question. That's a bold question there, my friend. Mariners are good. They got good pitching. I'll give them that. Dark horse team to go to the World Series. Again, I don't make World Series predictions this early, so I'm just going to refrain from it. Can they make a surprising run? We'll just say they can make a surprising run. World Series, I'm not going that far yet, respectfully. If anybody else wants to take a stab at it, by all means. Yeah, I mean, Devin Williams does call his own game. He does. He's been calling his own pitches. Some nights it works, some nights it doesn't. Cam and Hill are not bullpen guys. They need an inning or two to get going. Yeah, I mean, Schlittler's been looking good. Hill, I mean, you got to give Hill a longer leash. I mean, he only started the one game. He's got to start it. He's got to acclimate himself. Ronnie says if the Mariners go to the World Series, I got to move. Well, you should move now. Yeah, get to the playoffs first. Once we get to the playoffs, then to the postseason, then we'll start talking. Yeah, could make a run to the World Series. They could, but again, I'm not gonna predict who goes to the World Series. It's way too early for that, man. way too early for that. Anything is possible. I mean, people already have their predictions that the Dodgers are going to go all the way. I mean, is anybody surprised about that? So I'll just hold off. I'm not gonna say nothing. But let's talk about tonight's lineup, folks. Let's talk about tonight's lineup. I'll pull up the lineup for both teams. Let me pull it up here. Where are we at? Boom. All right, let's make this full screen. All right, so starting lineup for the Yankees and for the Texas Rangers. So Trent Grisham leading things off for the Yankees. He's playing center field. Ben Rice batting second. He'll be at the dish. Aaron Judge back in the lineup. He is batting third. He'll be DHing. Cody Bellinger batting cleanup. He'll be playing right field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. batting fifth. He'll be playing second base. Batting sixth is Paul Goldschmidt. He'll be playing first base. Jason Dominguez will be in left field. He'll be batting seventh. Ryan McMahon playing third base. He'll be batting eighth. And Anthony Volpe will be batting ninth. He'll be at shortstop. And on the mound today, folks, it is Will Warren. So Will Warren, 6-5 record with a 4.64 ERA. And the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers, you got Josh Smith, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Adolis Garcia, Jock Peterson, who hit that solo home run off of Williams that tied up the game. Wyatt Langford, Rowdy Tellez, Jonah Heim, and Osuna. So that is your Texas Rangers starting lineup. Nathan Eovaldi is your starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers. He's got a 9-3 record, 1.49 ERA. Yankees bats, they got a little bit of a challenge ahead of them. So, as far as Nathan Eovaldi goes, his record against the Yankees in his career, he's got about I believe it's a 5-6 record. I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, he's got a 5-6 record with a 3.44 ERA, 108 strikeouts and 23 appearances in his career versus the New York Yankees. Last time he pitched against the Yankees, he actually wasn't. He actually did okay. He gave up the one run. That was a game that the Yankees won 1-0. It was him versus Carlos Rodon, and in that game that Eovaldi pitched, he went 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run, only walked the batter, struck out 6. And his ERA back then was at 1.50. His ERA right now is at 1.49. So, I mean, he's been phenomenal since then, too. So, despite giving up that 1 run, the Yankees ended up winning that game 1-0. Can you believe that? And, Carlos Rodon actually pitched in that game against the Texas Rangers. And Rodon actually had a fantastic outing against the Rangers in that game. Now, Will Warren, this is his second time pitching against the Texas Rangers, but his last outing against the Rangers, he actually got the W in that. He got the win. He had a solid game against them. He went 5 2/3, didn't give up any runs. He walked the batter. He struck out 10. So does Will Warren have that same type of performance? I don't know. I don't know. But, Warren's shown some flashes in some starts. But in his last start against the Texas Rangers, he actually pitched really well against the Texas Rangers. What happens this time around? We'll find out tonight. And shout out to my man Custodio in the building. What is going on, dude? What is going on? So, yeah, gonna miss Big G's batting lineup. Yeah, man. I mean, unfortunately with Judge not being able to take the field yet. They're probably going to split time at DH. I mean, unless if Giancarlo plays the field, which I'm not in favor of, but he says he'll do what he has to do to help out the team, which I can appreciate. And what's up, Evan? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, we'll see, Ricky. Off season, maybe. That was Will Warren at home. On the road, he is Woodshed Warren. Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. Well, look at the Toronto. Have you seen Toronto's and Dodgers lineup? I'm just gonna just put that out there. My point is, though, Warren had a good outing. All right, and he's had some bad outings, sure, but that was a good outing for him. But anyway, what do you all think about the lineup? I'll pull up the lineup one more time to put on the screen. So, would you all change anything about this lineup? What are you all thinking about the lineup for the New York Yankees? They have a tough task ahead of them and going up against Nathan Eovaldi. So, just as far as Yankee players that have gone up against Eovaldi, Cody Bellinger, 8 at-bats with a 250 batting average. Jazz Chisholm Jr., 7 at-bats with a 143, so not great. Dominguez has only had a small sample size, 3 at-bats, batting 0. Goldschmidt has had 18 at-bats with a 278. Grisham, 3 at-bats with a 333. Judge with 34. He's got a 353 against him. Batting average against him. Giancarlo Stanton, he's not in the lineup. Volpe, 14 at-bats. You don't even want to know what his batting average is. It's below 100, and I'll leave you with that. Ben Rice, 2 at-bats with a 0 batting average, so small. Only 2 at-bats. So a couple of guys have some good numbers against him. Can't really say how the rest of the guys are going to do. And Itchy is in the building. Score runs so that Boone cannot hurt. Yeah, well, they gotta. Especially with the bases loaded, go score runs, for crying out loud. Because it's getting annoying when the Yankees leave guys on base, especially with the bases loaded. Well, I don't have to worry about Susan there. Sunil, Susan and I get along quite great. Which, speaking of Susan, where is Susan? But we get along great. Her and I are good. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what these Yankees bats do. They got to get to Eovaldi early, man. But I think he's going to go. I think Eovaldi, honestly, I think he's going to go about. I see him going 6 or 7 innings. I really do, unless the Yankees bats surprise us. The Yankees bats, man, they gotta do a better job at the plate. Show more patience. They're not showing that. Yeah, Dan, I agree. I completely agree. And we got Larry in the building to put Giancarlo Stanton at first base just to keep them in the lineup. Is that a good idea? Can he play first base? Frederick says, are we friends or even though you're a Guardians fan? Yeah, we're cool. I mean, I don't care if you're a Guardians fan. You could be a Mets fan, Astros, Red Sox. I got Jesse Rasco here from Ringside Renaissance. He's a freaking Red Sox fan, but me and him, we get along good. So it's all good with us, man. Just don't bring any trouble. That's all. But what are my thoughts on that? Well, there was somebody else that countered his argument, actually. Let me see if I could pull up the tweet here on my phone. Because there was something that I sent. So this was from Joe Vasile. And let's see. Joe Vasile, he's a director public relations and broadcasting for HV Renegades, Bucknell, FB, Bucknell, MBB. So he's a college hoops broadcaster. And he says, I've worked in minor league baseball for 12 years. The Yankees minors do more daily work on defense and base running than any other organization out there I've seen, which is not all 30, but it is about 15 to 20. So Joe Vasile, whoever he is, I've never heard of him, but he is making this claim that the the Yankees minors do more daily work on defense. So it's kind of contradicting what Eric Boland said, and it's kind of contradicting what Didi Gregorius said. So I don't know. Who do we believe? Because there's been a lot of talk about the Yankees don't practice fundamentals, and they're more focused on exit velocity and spin rate. And you got this guy coming out saying that no, the Yankees do focus on fundamentals more than a lot of the other teams. But once again, who's right, who's wrong? Who do we believe? So I'll let you all decide. I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but there's folks who are saying one thing and another group of people are saying another thing. So I don't know. But anyway, let's get into these predictions, people. Let's get into predictions. I cannot wait to see the predictions tonight. So what do we got for Will Warren? How does Will Warren do tonight? What does Will Warren do tonight? Third base coach more so than the first base coach, Robert, I think. It could be, Billo. Ronnie says got to get a road for, so the kid goes 5, gives up 2 runs, walks 3, 6 strikeouts, Belly, both twins. So Giancarlo's not in the lineup, but the other twin is, and Judge and Jazz, 8-3 Yankees, same movie as last year. All right, cool. Yeah, get ready for that memorial, man. Billo's going 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs. Robert says hope he can last 5. I like the optimism there, Frederick. So Will Warren goes 2 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 home runs. So clear as day. You have no faith in him. Peanut says he's going to lose. Running bases like Jazz never came through Yankee system. Yeah, but anyway, my prediction for Will Warren: twin 2 late in the game. Okay. So Belly, Judge, and Dominguez tonight from Billo. Cool. Ricky Sports Fanatic Guy says Will Warren 5 or 4 or 6 strikes. Wait, 5 or 4 innings? All right, 6 innings and 3 or 4 walks. 5. You're gonna have to reword that there, bud. Yankees win 8-3. Yeah. So my prediction for Will Warren, I'll give him 5 innings. I don't think he'll have a similar outing like he did last time. If he does, great. I'll eat my words. But I think he's going to go 5 innings. I'll give him 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and I think he'll give up 4 runs. That's what I got for Will Warren. Ray's going 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 runs. 5 or 4 or 6 strikeouts. So, yeah, okay. So those are the numbers you're guessing for strikeouts. Yeah, I got him going 4. Itchy is going Warren 5 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Okay. So you're saying 3 runs. Gives up 6 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. All right. Any other predictions for Will Warren? What do we got for Will Warren? Let's see those predictions. Stephen B is going 4-3 Rangers. Yeah, they need to win every win. They need to get every win they can. Absolutely. Warren will be your latest IL candidate unless they decide to move him to the bullpen because his innings is up there. How many innings has Will Warren pitched this season? So check that right now. So far, Yeah, he's pitched 110 innings, 110 and 2/3. So it's a lot of innings. I don't think he's ever pitched that many innings. We need a win tonight. Yeah, we're going to need more than one. They're going to need more than one win. They got to put together a series of wins, man. They got to put together a series of wins. Not to have Williams close. Who do you want closing for the Yankees? Luke Weaver or David Bednar? Those are your two options, I think. All right, let's talk about double plays. How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? What do we got for double plays? Let's talk some double plays. So I'll say the Yankees hit into one double play for tonight. Yassine's going 2. Yankees win 6-5. I'm going to bed early so I can get to sleep. I hear you, bro. I know it's late for all the East Coasters out there. Chua's going 2. Volpe good for 2. Beagle's going 3. I'll stick with 1. I'm going to stick with 1 double play. What other double plays we thinking? Man, Bill O is already on the food. He's jumping ahead of everybody right now, making sauces, peppers, and meatballs with fresh mozzarella, cheese, and nice, Bill. Yankees will probably get 3 or 4 double plays in your opinion. Okay, that's fine. Ray's going 2. Yeah, they hit into a big double play last night. I was like furious, man. I was fuming. I couldn't freaking believe it. So what other any other double play predictions? If not, we'll move on to the score predictions, see what everybody's score predictions are. So let's talk about the score predictions. What do we got for scores? Bryce says Wells is washed. He's not playing well. He has not been playing well. But what do we got for what do we got for scores? So 7-5 from Bryce. He's going Rangers. I'll just give you my score prediction. I think it's going to be 9-6. Take your pick. Texas wins 7-3. Yassine says 5-2. Eovaldi throws a perfect game, huh? 15-0 Rangers win. Nice. I'm going with a 9-6 prediction. I'm going 9-6. Ray's going 6-5. Ricky's going 5-3 or 6-4 in your opinion. Okay. You got Eovaldi going 7 innings. Wouldn't surprise me. 6-3 from Joseph. What other score predictions we got? What else we thinking? Yeah, and you notice sometimes I don't not acknowledge any of your other comments there, Sunil. That probably spites you, huh? Anyway, yeah, Eovaldi. I mean, he's got a 5-6 record, but I mean, when he's pitched well against the Yankees, dude, he's on, dude. No, there's no doubt about that. Yankees bats got to bring it. Ain't no playing around, and pitching got to bring it too. Hey, Susan, there you are. What's going on, Susan? So for those of you that don't know, and a lot of you do know Susan, she is the #1 Anthony Volpe basher of the strike zone community. And there's nobody else that comes even close. Every time there's a conversation about it, Volpe, she's the first one to jump on it. Nah, you're all good, Susan. You ain't late. You're all good. We're just doing predictions right now. We're just talking score predictions for tonight's game. So if you want to drop your predictions, by all means, go for it. Yankees still got a chance to win. I did, in fact, say that. Yes, I did, Sunil. I hope so. Person. Ooh, that's a good question. What would Susan say to Volpe if he saw him in person? But yeah, I gotta pull up Eovaldi's baseball savant because man, his numbers, holy smokes! I got to share this with all of you real quick. Oh no, are we planning on bringing up Volpe again? He and Wells, the dynamic duo for double plays. Yeah, well, good news, Susan. Wells is not in the lineup, so that should put a little bit of a smile on your face. But here's the baseball savant for Nathan Eovaldi. I don't know if y'all could see that. I'm trying to zoom in, but everything's in the red, man. Numbers are looking solid for him. Chase percentage really good. His whiff percentage really good. K percentage at 78. So he throws a lot of splitters, a lot of four-seam fastballs, a lot of cutters. He's got a curveball too. But Yankees are going to see a lot of splitters and four-seamers from him. There's no doubt about that. It looks like those are the two pitches that he throws the most is the splitter and four-seamer. But yeah, he's got some good stuff, man. He's got some good stuff. If I saw Volpe in person, I'd say, kid, I think there's an opening in Nathan's. If he was selling Nathan's hot dogs, you definitely wouldn't buy any of the hot dogs there, would you now? Susan's a savage every day in the chats. Yeah, Duvall and Bednar, I mean, I those guys, they look good last night. They look good last night. You got to give them a little bit more time, as the games go on. It's it's going to take more than 2 or 3 games. Yeah, absolutely, Ricky. Yeah, Eovaldi's a good pitcher, man. Eovaldi's is a good pitcher. Yankees have had some success against him. They have. What they do, how they do tonight, we'll see. Oh, Susan. You're funny. Yeah, so all right, what do we got for where are we at? We talked score, we talked double plays, we talked predictions for Will Warren. All right, let's oh yeah, we're going to talk about food. I almost forgot. Wow. Let's talk food, people. Let's talk food. What are you all eating for the game? What are you all snacking on? What are you all in the mood for? Any steaks or burgers? What do we got? Ricky, sports fanatic guy, is asking, do you think the Tigers or the Blue Jays are legit enough to go to the World Series? They're legit. They're legit. Are they legit enough to go to the World Series? Yeah, they're legit enough. Are they going to go to the World Series? Again, too early to tell, bro. A sandwich with no bread, cheese, and turkey. A sandwich with no bread. I got to read that one twice. It's nearly 6 p.m., so I'll have to wait for dinner. You're going to starve yourself, Sunil? Is that what I'm getting at? Oh, you use romaine lettuce instead of bread. Okay, that makes sense. Wait for it, dinner. Boo, Sunil. That one deserves a boo. You and your jokes. Thumbs down. There you go. You're welcome. All right. Drop your food. What are y'all eating, man? Come on. What are y'all eating for the game? What are y'all eating for the game? What are y'all hungry for? What are y'all hungry for? I don't know why, but I'm kind of like I'm in the mood for like a cheesesteak. I've been talking about cheesesteak for a while now. I've been in the mood for cheesesteak. Maybe I should go get a cheesesteak after I'm done with this live stream. Making a cheeseburger with onion and spinach. Nice. Yeah, go cry in a corner, Sunil. Porthos is chomping on pig's ear so that I could eat. Okay. That's your new dog's name, Porthos. What else? Come on, folks. What do we got for food? Are you guys not in the mood for food? Let me guess. Because of the Yankees have been playing some bad baseball, y'all just don't have an appetite. Is that what I'm getting at? Indeed, it does. I'm hungry for a win from this team. The way they've been playing, I lost my appetite almost. Yeah, well, that's why nobody's answering, because people have lost their appetite watching this team. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Try to lose some weight there, Evan? Just playing, bro. Yeah, the Three Musketeers. Uh-huh. Ice cream. Ooh. Actually, I had some ice cream last night when I was watching some TV after the game. Had some ice cream, some Ben & Jerry's, some cookie dough Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, buddy. I've had so many LC. How could you? Yeah, I heard that. Of course I've had a drumstick. Yeah, well, Sunil predicted a perfect game, so might happen. Susan says, try to lose weight ain't happening. Oh, man. Might make some Velveeta shells and cheese. Need comfort food the way the Yankees are playing. Yeah, for real. I'm going to need some comfort food, too. Kentucky Fried Chicken with some mashed potato, gravy, and biscuit. Ooh. Peanuts going in, baby. Some fried chicken, mashed potato, gravy, and biscuit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That sounds really good. What else is on the menu? I don't know what I'm having yet. I'm hungry right now. Not sure what I'm having yet. But, well, just to share this post out here, this tweet out from Greg Joyce. Aaron Boone said Devin Williams could, quote, possibly still close games moving forward, but plans to go night by night and is, quote, a little more open to using some other guys. I guess time will tell. So that was a tweet put out by Greg Joyce. You had iced coffee? You have friends that don't gain weight? Really sad. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, Devers being on that team, it was a headache for them. Leave Devin in the bullpen. I don't want him closing games. And also, Aaron Boone said that the plan for Aaron Judge is to begin throwing tomorrow. So Aaron Judge could begin his throwing program tomorrow. So he'll probably see the field in about 2 weeks. Yes, I remember Clay Holmes blowing all those saves, but I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. It's irrelevant to 2025. I'm worried about what the pitching can do now. He's not on the team anymore. But yes, I do remember. It's irrelevant. Finish dinner, finish the snack. Nice. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to eat, but one thing I do know though, the Yankees, they can't have another game like last night. They can't have another game, man. It's just it just cannot happen. Devin will not be back. Concentrate on guys that can actually help this team. Devin Williams is not going to be back, and wherever he goes, I mean, again, I wish him well, but he probably cost himself some money though with some of these few of these games. I know he's only had 3 blown saves. I get it, but there's also been games where, it just didn't. He didn't look good. He's made some improvements, yes, but that ERA still, as of right now, is still over 5. But the Yankees bullpen as a whole and the pitching as a whole just has not been great. So, they probably sent him back to the minors to just go work on some things. I mean, the thing is, Susan, I was I forgot who was talking. It was Eric. It was Eric Boland that was talking about it. So when the Yankees had acquired Jake Bird in a trade, other teams backed off because of the amount of innings that he pitched for the Rockies this season already. And I looked it up. He pitched 53 1/3 innings in 45 games. So he was overused by the Rockies quite a bit. It was kind of similar to that Mark Leiter Jr. situation when the Yankees acquired Mark Leiter Jr. Last season in a trade. So he's got good stuff. I think he's going to be fine. He just needs to figure it out. I think he's a good pitcher, but I think it's good that he's getting some work down. He'll get some work down there at AAA just to get his confidence back up. But I felt bad for him last night, like I was saying earlier in the show, that he was put in the situation that he was put in the bottom of the 10th, man. It was just like, felt bad. I felt really bad. I did. Time for a change. Yankees are dead under Boone. Yeah, well, you and many other fans are feeling that way. Theo's feeling depressed. Don't be depressed, dude. Live life, man. I know the Yankees have been sucking, but it's more life. Come on. Go outside, get some air. No doubt. Yeah, I know Theo was messaging me saying that at least football season's right around the corner. That doesn't make me feel any better. But just trying to see if there's any other tweets out there that I can read out to all of you. You'd think he'll come up September 1st. He could use some rest down at AAA. You're talking about Jake Bird. I probably would give him a couple of weeks. Give him 2 or 3 weeks to figure it out, work his stuff down there in AAA. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a beautiful sunny day in Colorado. Maybe hot, but enjoy the weather, dude. Enjoy the weather. Summer's almost over. Summer's almost coming to an end. Yeah, I don't think he'll be back up September 1st. I think he'll probably spend a couple of weeks and then he'll probably be back like the 19th or 20th or something of August. 49 games left and lots of division games. Yeah, itchy nuts. It's not, and it's the time. The time is now, dude. The time is now. Do you or don't you bring up Spencer Jones in September? Shoot, I would. At this point, why not, man? Bring him up. He's killing it down there in AAA. Call him when the rosters expand. Call him up. Call him up. Make it happen. Make it happen. Why not? 79 degrees in Ohio. Susan says not that hot here. Yeah, kind of hot here. I think it's like in the 90s here. Judge will hit a home run tonight. I hope so. I hope so. I hope he hits a home run. Did you see the Blue Jays beat the Rockies? Yeah, dude. Yeah, the Rockies got crushed by the Blue Jays. Lower 90s in Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay. Doesn't surprise me. It's Texas. But yeah, let's check this poll real quick. I want to see what folks voted for in the poll. So I asked if the Yankees' losing streak extends to 5, and 72% of you do agree. So not a whole lot of faith. Top fans of the chat: Sunil at 1, Katie at 2, Itchy at 3. Okay. Not a Boone basher, but he's been, at this point, he's really getting on your nerves. Well, he's still going to remain as the Yankee manager, whether we like it or not. So I know you know. I know you know. Yes, indeed, folks. Yes, indeed. But I am going to shut the live stream down here. I am going to end the pregame here. So the game does start at 6:05 or 8:05, should I say? I said 6:05 my time, but 8:05 East Coast time. So same time as last night. Let's see what happens. I listen to Custodio. I hate to say it, but I agree with his opinions. Custodio knows his stuff. Jason Custodio is the man. He knows his stuff. But game's going to start at 8:05. So in about an hour and a half or so. So let's see what the Yankees do tonight. It is a must-win. I mean, every game is a must-win. And yes, they're not going to win every game. I get that. But every game is a must-win, man. Every game is a must-win. Are they going to be able to pull this off? Are they going to be able to pull off a win tonight? We'll just have to wait and see. But once again, thank you all for tuning in. As always, make sure you all hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I appreciate all the new subscribers. You guys and gals are the best. Let's continue growing this channel. Thank you all very much. Make sure come to the play-by-play. All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Come join me for the play-by-play. Hopefully, I'll see you all there. Hopefully, we have another busy chat tonight. Hope to see all of you there. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great night. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your evening. And as always, let's go Yankees.